Hey guys, it's Spacey Sims, and we are back with more Chaos Child, and I just want to tell you up front that I had to turn the sound in the background down quite a bit because every single one of these that I've uploaded so far is getting flagged for copyright, which is fine. The videos can still go up, I just can't monetize them, and like, look, if you're stuck watching ads on videos, I'd like to be making the 2 cents off of those ads instead of it going somewhere else. So, because I got bills to pay. So I turned the sound down quite a bit in the background. It's all just the background music. And unfortunately, I've recorded all the parts up until now, uh, before uploading any of them. And I just started uploading them, and every single one is either all the monetization is going elsewhere or I just can't monetize it, which doesn't seem like a big deal since I make like 14 cents off this channel anyway, but like kind of need that 14 cents, I'm not going to lie. Like, I spend a lot of money on everything that I do to do this. I need like so yeah, I turned it down, so I don't know, if you can't hear anything in the background, I'm sorry, but too fucking bad, I guess. I can't afford to have every single one flagged. Like, so I don't know if it's going to fix the problem. It probably won't, because you could basically, as long as there's any kind of sound, YouTube will hear it, despite the fact that you're like, I can't hear shit. Yeah, well, YouTube fucking hears it, but, so anyway, it is what it is. I'm just letting you know if you all of a sudden don't hear background music. Right now you can't, because there isn't any, but I did just turn down the sound quite a bit. So, not that much, but, it's still just annoying because it's certain background music and it's not even like, can I just turn that on? I don't know. But anyway, yeah, just wanted to let you know that. So, coffee link is always in the description below or on the channel page. Just gonna toot that fucking horn because, bitches got bills. So, and watching ads isn't doing jack shit for me on these videos. So, anyway. Where were we? Right. So we were about to go to the police. It's been a couple days. So I cock blocked you, but I also cock blocked me because it's been a couple days. We're going to go to the police station, but we are going to stop and talk to Serica about the psychic thing that she overheard or whatnot. So, right. It's not as much of a cock block as the phone call one, the last part. So, anyway. Hey, Onoe? What is it, Taku? Shh! About what we were talking about before. Can you tell me more? We could have gone to that point. Ooh, Amy. Max has joined the chat. Where's the target being questioned for their involvement in the case? A suspect? It appears unlikely, but they may finally have noticed. Understood. Continue. Of course. But it's Amy always talking to different people because Max wasn't the person that she was talking to the last time. Was it? I thought it was a different name, but October 10th, 2015, Saturday. We could have absolutely done that in the last part. I just thought it was going to go like way long, so. Wow. This is what happens. Every time. Every time. If I'm like, we'll just go because it'll take another minute. 20 minutes later, we're still going. If I'm like, no, we need to stop because it could go forever, it's 3 seconds. Alrighty. Shinjo grimaced. The smell of death was enough to make him nauseous. Tomoki Watabe's body had been taken to a university hospital and put on an autopsy table less than 2 hours after his death. Normally, an autopsy would never be held this quickly. There was paperwork that needed to be filled out, the family needed to agree. But Watabe's death was so bizarre that cause of death needed to be found as soon as possible. Shinjo had taken a hard line with his superiors and used rather forceful methods to get the family's permission to perform a lightning-fast autopsy. The police force as a whole seemed determined to avoid a repeat of the failure 6 years ago. But what was truly unexpected was Kunisada's statement that she would attend the autopsy as well. Since he couldn't let a civilian, especially a high school girl, attend an autopsy unsupervised, he'd been forced to go with her. Ugh. The hospital's autopsy room was kept clean and very different from a musty atmosphere you often saw in foreign movies. But to Shinjo, the invisible smell of death was still thick in the air. It was nothing like seeing a body at a crime scene. It was almost physically uncomfortable. Almost? Knowing all the shit that was coming out of that's extremely uncomfortable, but Miho Kunasato, as near as he could tell, didn't seem bothered at all. Shinjo and Kunasato were watching the autopsy from the waiting room next door. The wall had glass to allow them to see into the room. The external and internal examinations had been completed, and now they were opening up the stomach and examining it. Ugh, gross. Please don't show me. Did you expect this to happen? Expect? Why did you say you were going to see Watabe's interview today? Not only that, you ordered Hinai Arimura to make contact with Watabe yesterday. Huh. Don't tell me you're actually the one behind all this, okay? Don't tell me! If I could do it, maybe I would. Shinjo couldn't tell if she was serious or not. He'd spent the last several days with her, but he still had no idea what she was thinking. I'd thought that Watabe might be killed. I told Arimura to make contact with him so that I could be sure. But I certainly didn't expect that he'd be killed today. What would you learn when Hinai Arimura made contact with Watabe? She didn't answer him. Even though he was sharing police information with her. Would it really kill her to be a little more cooperative? Like, can you hear him now? He's actually being good today. And not like, I need to put him in another room. But he's like that. He talks and he chatters, and then it's cute and adorable. And it's like, see, when you're like this, we feel guilty about sometimes saying that you're a nasty asshole. Hi, you being cute now? Yeah, you gotta talk more like that. You gotta talk and be cute. Okay, you know what? If you're chattering and you like scream a little like that, that doesn't bother me too much. You know, because now you're talking and trying to say words and you get a little feisty, but it's that god-awful screaming constantly. Nobody likes that. But like this, you're cute. Yeah, you're kind of cute when you're like this. And then we feel guilty about thinking about putting you outside. You fly away. I would never do it, because every once in a while you're fucking cute. But you just seem to, like, when I record, start screaming to make me, like, want to pull my hair out. You gotta talk like that more often. Yeah. Because you're being cute. You're so cute when you're like that. Hi, Stretchy's back. Oh, you stretching because you're happy bird? Yeah. I gotta talk to him when he's being nice like this. So that, like, when he's screaming, I gotta learn to try to ignore him. See, like, that doesn't bother me as much because he's, like, talking and chirping and he's doing, like, a weird screamy thing. He's not just nonstop screaming. But I gotta talk to him when he does that so he knows, oh, this is good. And we gotta try to ignore him when he screams. Because, like, I am reinforcing him. Like, oh, when I scream, she pays attention to me. Ugh. Like, can't reinforce the bad behavior. It's just so hard. It's so hard when he screams like that, though. But anyway. Would it really kill her to be a little more cooperative? Sorry. This is what you come here for. Don't you think Watabe's gotten a few too many scoops for a reporter his age? Yeah? Why? Just as he spoke, he could hear a muffled moan from the corner. What the? There were microphones in the autopsy room that would let them hear anything said there. What's wrong? I can't believe this. What's going on? Shinjo pounded on the glass and motioned for the coroner to explain. The coroner nodded and moved the body so that they could see it better. Then he held up a pair of tweezers. He plunged the tweezers into Watabe's open abdomen. From where Shinjo and Kunasato were standing, they couldn't see inside. The tweezers seemed to grab something. Look at this. That was all he said as he lifted up the tweezers. Between them was a sticker. A sumo sticker in excellent condition. I don't think dripping with blood and, like, stomach fluids is excellent condition, but, like, okay. This was found in the stomach. Okay, but, like, can we, like, beep, beep, beep? Back it up for a second. You're really shocked? Holy shit, there is a ton of these in his stomach. He was puking them out all over the thing, and we told you that, so you'd think, logically, when you open up, be like, yeah, you know, I wasn't but I should have been. You should have expected this, is all I'm saying. You should. What? There's stickers in his stomach? He was literally pouring them out of his mouth. Where'd you think they came from? Was he doing a magic act? Like, I mean, this, still shocking. I get it. But should have been, like, You're like, this is disturbing and shocking, but I kind of expected this after what we'd been told. But still, holy shit. I mean, that I get, but again, it's like, they're shocked? What? It shouldn't look like that. It wasn't twisted or broken. The sticker was almost entirely intact. That's not all. Okay. It shouldn't look like that because they're thinking his stomach acid should have digested it, maybe? Because, like, someone shoved them down his throat. He wouldn't have chewed them. This is insane. Suddenly, Kunisada opened the door leading into the autopsy room. Hey, you can't just... You couldn't go in there without changing your clothes or disinfecting yourself. He tried to tell her that, but gave up. I mean... It was more important to find out what the coroner had seen. So he followed her in, even though he knew he wasn't supposed to. The coroner said nothing. He just stood silently, holding his tweezers. Even Kunisada was shocked by what she saw in the body. Please don't show us. So is Shinjo. They're going to show us. This is... He covered his mouth with a handkerchief. Please don't show me. It was just too bizarre. Watabe's stomach was so swollen it seemed about to burst. With stickers. And inside the stomach he could see not just dozens, but hundreds of sumo stickers. Again, logical, considering he was pouring them out of his mouth. I'm just saying. We haven't confirmed yet, but the esophagus shows similar signs of swelling. It's likely that it's filled with the stickers as well. What's the most likely cause of death? Probably suffocation. So this is what you're telling me, right? Watabe swallowed sticker after sticker after sticker until he choked to death? No one, not Shinjo or the coroner, said a word. By the time Kazuki and I got back from the police, the school looked completely different. That switched. The bustling school building was now almost completely empty. All the police tape was gone except for from the gym where the death had occurred. They must have finished their examination of the area. Hey! You were being very good before, and now you're an asshole. From the look of things, if I went back to the club room, I probably wouldn't find anyone. But for now, I thought they took their stuff so they didn't have to go back. Huh? Oh, Taku! Hana! Welcome back! Hey, you're back faster than I expected. Sarika and Ito were there. Where's Arimura? She went straight home after we left the station. Were you guys waiting for us? Why would I want to wait for a guy? I've been waiting for Kazuki. Kazuki gave Ito a little bow. Hana, don't let him trick you. Shin's just being slow about cleaning up. Hey! What did I just say? You've been being good, and now you're being a douche canoe. Stop it. Hey, don't tell her that. Well, that's what I'd figured, but I felt a lot better. I know. I'm not supposed to respond when he does that, but it's such a trigger. I hear it, and I just want to throw things. I don't have anything to throw, so that's a good thing. But, I mean, I'd throw a tissue, and it would go, like, an inch. But, like, oh my god, I can't. It's so hard to ignore that sound and not be like, ah! And then it just makes it worse. I'm not good at ignoring the asshole, so... I could still see that awful corpse when I closed my eyes. Please don't show us. Since I hadn't eaten anything since this morning, there was nothing to go up my throat but stomach acid. Because of that, my esophagus was starting to hurt. Just being able to talk to everyone like this made me feel a lot better. Oh, but if you're cleaning up, does that mean they canceled the festival? Yep, there was an announcement after you left. I see. I was thinking they might just postpone it. Well, it makes sense. There was a murder after all. And since it might have to do with all the other strange deaths, the school probably didn't have much of a choice. See, like, that's fine. You're screaming a little, but you're chirping nice while you make a screamy noise in the middle. It's like you get loud. So how'd things go for you? They didn't treat you like the killers, did they? Did it go okay? Why would they suspect me? I'm an important witness. That's the reason, though. In a mystery, the witnesses are always suspects. You watch too many detective shows. Besides, you weren't there, and you went to go find him, and how come maybe it was the two of you? No one saw you. I was at the scene, I was the witness. You were missing. Where the fuck were you? But still, just like Shinjo had said earlier, it would make sense if they suspected me, I think. You know, I made fun of the fact that they didn't give what's-her-name, Momose, a fucking nose, but Ito and Sarika really don't have noses either, so. It's just they gave Shinjo a nose. They give them little, like, boops. Like, she just has a nostril. Like, she didn't even, like, he's at least got a little bit of something, but, like, you know, a little bit of nose would help. This was the second time after the revolving dead incident that someone had died near me. Anyway, something really did happen today. That means our guess was right, doesn't it? Yeah. I leaned my tired body back into a chair and looked at the map on the wall. Now there was even more evidence. We could be certain at this point that what happened this morning was in some way related to the New Generation madness. But we didn't know who had done it or why. The sumo stickers that made me sick every time I saw them were the only clue we had. They made Watabe really sick, too. So sick they killed him. And this time they were used as a murder weapon in Watabe's death. Huh? What did you say? Oh, God, no. To be honest, I didn't really want to remember that. There was no way to know this unless you'd experienced it for yourself, but seeing something in a video and seeing it in person were two radically different things. Ah! The biggest difference was the smell! Even if there was no blood like this morning, there was still a unique stench in the air. Part of it was the smell of vomit and the excrement that slid out of the body after the muscles had relaxed, but it was more than that. There was a unique stench the bodies of the dead possessed. The smell of death, you might call it. Please, God, stop. The CG's killing me. Whenever I saw the body in my mind, I also remembered that scent. Ugh! Why? Screw you, game! It's really hard to not, like, I don't like vomit or spit or, like, and that, anyway. The police said he suffocated, right? His mouth was full of sumo stickers. Did they jam the stickers in his mouth until he choked? Why did the killer do that? And wait, do you think it's the same guy who committed the other murders too? What do you mean? Because, Ito stopped and shrugged. I knew what he was trying to say. If we assumed that all these incidents were related, compared to Don't Look at Me, Leaky Noise, and Revolving Dead, this murder seemed very different. The killer jammed sumo stickers in the victim's mouth until he choked. It was cruel, sure. It also felt sloppy, brutal, and crude. But I thought so too until I heard what the police were saying. But when I was leaving the station, I heard the cops talking about the results of the autopsy. They said Watabe's stomach was filled to bursting with sumo stickers. So this case was every bit as weird as the other three. I tried to get out of the chair, but I was still a little tired, so I staggered a bit. Oh, my back hurts. It seems to me that if you look at all the incidents in order, it's clearly part of the same set. You mean there's something this has in common with the incidents before? That's what I want to talk about. I'll go over everything in order. That's right. What I was about to explain included a critical factor that we'd never even considered before. It was what I talked to Sarika about before I left for the police station. Can you tell me more about what you were saying before? Before? You said that Shinjo and Kunisada were talking about psychics and some kind of mystery. Oh, what was that again? I remember. They said all the incidents so far are really weird. Of course they're weird. That's why we're doing this. Oh, no, that's not what they meant. The people who died? Do you know what the name of the first victim? You know the name of the first victim's stream? The one in the Don't Look at Me case? Till I can see the future, right? Oh, today I learned I can see the future. It's capital TIL. Oh my god. They were saying maybe he really could see the future. Huh? That's crazy. Was it some kind of joke? And then the next one was Leaky Noise, and they said the people who came to her concerts were kind of weird. Weird? How? They were acting like they had some kind of fever or something. The songs themselves were nothing special, but it was like they were obsessed with her voice. What? I don't really get what you're saying. I don't know. That's just what they were talking about. Whatever. What about Revolving Dead? Supposedly he was just a part-timer, but he was really successful. That's not just because he was good at his job? Yeah, but it was more like he knew exactly what people wanted. Some people started a rumor that he was actually bugging people's offices. That's everything I heard. No, great job. Thanks for catching all that. Was that useful? Yep. Good, Sarika pats on head. Shinjo and Kunisada were talking very softly, so I hadn't been able to hear it at all. It was definitely thanks to Sarika that we had this information. But still, psychic powers? Sorry, I'm yawning. No way. You're so good. You've been so nice right now. Chirping all nice and pretty. Yeah? Talking to yourself in your mirror? Hey, Miyashiro, are you ready yet? Oh, I was like, what? Anyway. Oh, sorry, I'll be right there. After what I'd heard from talking to Sarika, it was unbelievable, but if I looked at all the cases so far in light of that, I'm gonna go over the case over the case one more time to make sure of all this. Take a look. It's fun because there's literally no sound in the background on this one at all. It's not because I turned it down. Like, I'm literally looking at my thing and, like, it has not once made sound. So, like, weird. I turned to face the board on the wall. When I did so, I could feel strength coming back to my tired body and mind. Good. I was fine. What happened this morning hadn't made me afraid. Everyone looked at the map of Shibuya, even Kazuki. Also, like, my TV sound is on because, like, my headset's staticky for some reason when it's connected to my capture card. My headphone jack's fine. The headset's fine. Something about the capture card sound just sounds weird. But, like, so I listen to my TV sound as I'm recording, and there literally is no sound. So I'm like, okay, awesome. There's, like, no sound in half this game, but, like, the 5 seconds there is has to be in every single fucking episode. Jesus. Anyway. What? You're not going to play ESO2? For some reason, Kazuki always participated when we use this. Well, whatever. I should start with the first case. Oh god, are we going to need that thing? I'm going to need my guide. The keys were what I'd heard from Sarika about going to the police station and what I knew about the victims. Together, they implied that... I see. So that's it? No, wait. That can't be right. But that would explain everything. Oh, I got an itch in my ear. Hold on a second. Ugh. Look at the other pictures in the corner on the bottom that you can't see. Actually, there were a lot of things that could only be explained that way. My mind raced. And soon I felt a curiosity welling up within me that overrode the terror and disgust I'd felt when I was at the scene of the murders. Yeah, that has to be it. It's unbelievable, but it's possible. It was a stupid idea, maybe. But if it were true, it'd be incredible. It would change everything we thought we knew about the world. What is it? It's creepy when you just laugh like that out of nowhere. Nothing. I'm just glad to see you back to normal. Oh. Now that I thought about it, I'd gotten so excited that I'd forgotten the nightmares that were going on around me. I should get back on topic. I realized something. This may not have any direct connection to the killer, but I discovered something the cases have in common that's important. Maybe world-changing. Like, they're all, like, wide-eyed, like, huh? I could see Kazuki gasp in surprise. Seriously? Wow! Everyone was looking at me as I explained everything in turn. First, Watabe's murder was part of what people are calling the return of the new generation madness. Oh my god, my back hurts so bad. I'm sorry. I was, like, actually packing shit, because I'm moving next year. So, like, started to pack shit. Books suck to try to pack, but, like, pulling all my books off the shelf and moving them and, like, hunching over and, like, trying to find boxes that they would fit. Oh my god, my back hurts. Anyway. I said this before, but didn't he just suffocate to death? No, that's not correct. Watabe suffocated, yes, but not just from having the sumo sticker stuffed in his mouth. What do you mean? I stopped for a moment and took a deep breath. I knew that when I imagined it, I was going to shiver. His entire stomach was full of sumo stickers when he died. Everyone's eyes went wide. I could tell that they were trying to figure out the meaning of what I just said. Inside his stomach, too? Is that... That's right. He swallowed or was forced to swallow a huge amount of sumo stickers. Since they were found undamaged in his stomach, we know he didn't chew them either. And that's how he suffocated and died. That's what happened. That's... Ugh! Kazuki's mouth actually moved, and, like, she didn't even say, She's like, dear God, that's fucking disgusting, isn't it? I really want her to talk more. That's a fun accent to do, anyway. That's not sloppy. That's insane. Which means that this incident is just like the others, then, huh? I nodded. They wrote down a brief outline of Watabe's death. I'm sorry. I'd pinned it to the map. Hold on, I gotta lean closer to my TV. I can't see that far away. All right. Tomoki Watabe, 22. He was only 22? Really? Nikoniya news reporter. And then they were like, just like a man his age getting... Oh, I guess maybe they meant like because he's so young that like a seasoned reporter would have got more, but he kind of just looked older than 22. I don't think games sometimes understand what people look like. They're like, yeah, he's like 25 and he's like the CEO of a company. And you're like, did his daddy give it to him? Because that's not how it works. Like, it takes a long time to get there. If you're 40, you're fucking dead in game time. Like, I don't know. Anyway, asphyxiation. Okay. The victim came to Hekio Academy to interview the school's newspaper club. At the time of the interview, he hadn't appeared at the gym where it was to be held. He appeared later and began to moan in pain and spit out. You can't see whatever before he collapsed and died. The victim's stomach was, I'm gonna guess, severely blah blah blah, and a huge number of sumo stickers were found inside it during the autopsy. I'm guessing the victim was a popular web journalist who had broken many important stories using aggressive methods. I'm gonna say his victim's stomach was severely distended and a huge almost, yeah, whatever. Something like that. Anyway. You get it. I just like reading the things, but they just don't want you to read them, I guess. Vampirer. But wait, Miyashiro, is that important enough to overturn everything we know about the world? No, that was just confirming his death was the same as the other murders. I'm just about to get to the main point. I stopped talking for a second and looked around at everyone's faces. First, the victim in the Don't Look at Me case, Yuma Otani. He said he could see the future. That's just a silly gimmick. Just let me finish. Ito shrugged and stopped talking. As for Momone Takayanagi, the girl in the Leaky Noise case, her fans all claimed her voice had a strange power to it. It's funny because I could never remember her name. I can remember Otani, but then like Momone Takayanagi. Momone Takayanagi. Takayanagi. Momone Takayanagi. It's kind of fun to say if you say it a couple times. And they said that just listening to it could put you in a trance. Yep, that's what the detective was saying. That's no different than people dancing at a club, though, right? There's nothing unusual about songs and music putting people into a trance. But you need pretty specific conditions to create that effect, though, right? Like that's basically the whole point of a club. But Momone Takayanagi did her concerts on the street with no equipment at all. Well, whatever. Keep talking. And then there's the victim of the revolving dead case. Hironori Kakita. Supposedly he was capable of reading his clients' minds. Yeah, because even see right there, that's where I see it. Like, his clients, he's so good at his job, it's like he's reading our minds. Wait, you're not saying... Ito seemed to realize what I was trying to say. That's my partner for you. He's got good intuition when I lead him there. Like, I'd said the expression was different on the sumo sticker in Watabe's photo, right? I'd already told everyone that the expression on the sumo sticker I'd photographed at the Love Hotel and the one in Watabe's article were different. At first, I thought it was photo editing or something, There were rumors that Watabe was doing that, in fact, but evidently that's not it. I asked the detective, and he told me that there were no signs that Watabe's photo was digitally altered. Which means there was a chance that many of Watabe's too-good-to-be-true photographs were taken with a camera. He probably used some form of psychic photography. I wrote everything that occurred to me down in a memo and printed it and pinned it to the map. Wait, what? Sticker on Watabe's article was different than the one I photographed. Watabe's image wasn't real equals taken with psychic photography. But, like, if you were, like, psychically picturing it, so I just don't understand why the sticker is different. You know what I mean? Because, so it's still, so it doesn't make any sense. So if he saw the sticker, right? So, like, I guess someone will have to explain it, because if he saw the sticker and he made the connection somehow, right? With his whatever psychic that he has. But if he had seen the sticker and was like, oh, he can use psychic photography, why did the sticker look different? Why wasn't it just, you know what I mean? The right, because we had to take it from the street, our photo, like, but his angle was like straight on. So, okay, he's psychically taking the photo, but like, why was the sticker different then? Because he's just like, oh, there's a sticker there. Or like, he's somehow able to like psychically figure things out and then manipulate and like create a photo based off of the psychic shit. And this doesn't make any sense. I don't get how they're going to explain that. How the psychic photography means that the image isn't real. You know what I mean? Because like, I'm just trying to figure out, like, he somehow psychically was like, oh, wait, there's stickers at every crime scene. And okay. And he can like visualize the sticker on the wall, but he's visualizing a sticker, not the real one. But it's like he could have just gone to the scene and been like, okay, and then used his psychic photography to take an actual, like, you know what I mean? So I don't understand how psychic photography means his sticker's different. Like, so anyway. Ito laughed as I put it up. Yeah, because I don't get it. No, wait. Come on, you can't be serious. Yeah, please explain it. Shin, did you figure it out from that? Kazuki seemed irritated that Ito had figured out the answer before her. She started to bang on the wall like she always did. Hey, come on, stop that. So basically, this is what you're trying to say, right? What all these victims have in common is that they all did things that would seem impossible. And that means they... Yes, and that means they... were aliens from outer space, used tricks to control others' minds, had special powers, I'm guessing. Because they didn't use tricks to control minds. And that's right, they all had some kind of special power, right? Ito took the words right out of my mouth. There were aliens from outer space. He's like, they had special powers, right? Yes. Not that they were aliens. Exactly. Whoops, I grabbed the wrong post-it. Special? Wait, do you mean... Oh no, I heard Shinjo use the word psychics. They had psychic powers. Psychic powers? The fuck? I just want to put words in her mouth. Psychic powers? If this was a mystery novel, the readers would be so pissed off right now. Hey, it's a mystery visual novel, and no, we expected this shit. Unfortunately, this isn't a book. It's real-ish. So that's all the more reason. Right, everyone? Ito looked around at the others, expecting their agreement. But while Kazuki had looked surprised for a moment, she quickly returned to her usual inscrutable expression, and Sarika was excited about something completely different. Psychic powers? So, like, what? You can turn invisible and sneak inside the girls' locker room? No. Where did that come from? Well, that might be one, but normally it means more like telepathy or something. Oh, telepathy! That's great! You wouldn't need a cell phone. You can make calls for free. Forget it. Just give up on trying to talk to her about anything complicated. Well, once you start talking about psychic powers, where do you stop? Like you could say that someone used psychic powers to kill them from a distance. No, I don't think they're that powerful. Like maybe only get one power or something. The power of murder. What power did you get? I got the power of murder. Yeah, watch your back, bitch. And don't forget, it's not the killer who has the powers, it's the victims. When if the victims have them, we can assume the killer might have them as well, right? Well, yeah, I might. Maybe it's me. I'm the killer. That was certainly possible. I always kind of want to be the killer when we're playing these games. When we're playing visual novels. You know what I mean? I want to be like, am I the killer? Can I be the killer? Is it secretly me and I just don't know it? Like, I'm the killer. But then again, if I was the killer, then I was knocking at the door trying to get into the hotel. Like, that's weird. That's why they didn't see anyone. It was me. My psychic power is creepy knocking. And I'm teamed up with somebody else whose psychic power... Arnie whose psychic power is murder. But wait, she was in the room with us. Huh. It's Serica. This bitch is too innocent. It's her. That was certainly possible. Or, no, it might actually be likely. Oh, come to think of it. Serica cut the two of us off. Her voice was easygoing and unconcerned. Didn't you say something about an urban legend like that on At Channel or something? Something about how if you lived in Shibuya, you could get strange powers? Oh, that's right. How could I have forgotten something so important? Yeah, I've heard that too, but that's supposedly because the spirits of the people who died in the earthquake make a home inside your body. It seems like a bridge too far for me. What if the thing about the spirits came later and only the powers themselves were real? Still, I don't know. They say where there's smoke, there's fire, right? Setting fires where there weren't any before is exactly what Achan does, right? That's true, but I know I heard them saying something about psychics, didn't she? That's right, yes! The policeman was talking about it! Well, that doesn't mean... Ito still didn't seem willing to accept it. Well, I could understand that. Even I thought it was a little crazy. But for some reason, it felt to me like this was the explanation closest to the truth. I understand what you're trying to say, but can we at least consider it as a hypothesis? Well, maybe. He fell silent. Normally, Kazuki would have gotten bored with all this talking and gone back to her computer, but today she wasn't moving. She wasn't participating in our conversation, but for once she seemed interested. Well, even if your theory is right, what does that have to do with the other thing they have in common? The other thing they have in common? The sumo... Oh, that's me. The sumo stickers. Oh, right. Well, I mean... Where was the one in Watabe's Me glaring at Ito. Okay, never mind. There was 8 million of them. The sumo stickers were involved in this case, too. No, this time they were actually the murder weapon, you could say. It's actually kind of funny if you think about it. So, like, every other one, there's a sumo sticker on a wall watching them. And in this case, like, Watabe faked the sumo sticker on the wall, right? He was like, look, there's sumo sticker on the wall, and it's with all the cases. And he faked the sumo sticker, and then they, like, suffocated him to fucking death by stuffing the correct sumo sticker literally down his throat. I'm just saying, that's disgusting, but kind of poetic in a way. Like, disturbing, but still kind of funny. Like, why does every crime scene have a sticker there anyway? Normally, you'd leave it on the body of the person you killed. I think they call it a divining message. Oh, a diving message? A dying, yeah. A diving message. I was like, what? I thought you were saying divining, like... I totally read that wrong. Like, they were like, oh, the sumo stickers, stop us. They're like, God, you know what I mean? Like, divining message would have made sense in that context. But, like, no, she's just an idiot. I love her, though. Dying message. A message left by someone who's dying. often seen in mystery books where it's left as a clue by a murder victim, there have been several cases where dying messages were left in actual murders. But this time the stickers themselves were the murder weapons, so that doesn't count. Which means that the killer put them there. Maybe it was to say that they were the ones who did it. Or maybe to send a message to someone. Huh. Which means that card would have some kind of meaning that all the victims understood. But the only thing they have in common that we know about now is that they had special powers. Oh, my phone's ringing. Sarah took her phone out of her pocket and looked at the screen, then frowned and looked at me. Is it me again? It's from Non. I thought if it was from me, I was like, and we're going to wrap this part up here. Cockblocky. I'm kidding. I was like, you'd actually get to see it in this part. So we just introduced 3 ramen restaurants in Kichijoji. Kichijoji, wow. 3 ramen restaurants in Kichijoji that are so popular the lines are stretching out the door. Well, did you see one that caught your eye? The second one, where you dip the noodles in sauce, caught my eye. Using a miso-style broth instead of seafood for the base strikes me as very innovative. Hey, I've actually made ramen with miso broth because I didn't have any chicken broth or vegetable broth in the recipe that I had, like, it's obviously not authentic at all, but, like, it was like, use those. I'm like, I have that. I don't have that. So I just used miso soup, and it was fucking delicious. It's a lot of fucking sodium, but it's fucking good. That's right. They've adjusted the miso so it works as a dipping sauce, and it's not as heavy as you'd think. Mine was just a broth, not a dipping sauce, but they just put something on screen, didn't they? Breaking news. This afternoon, freelance journalist Tomoki Watabe, age 22. There was a large sign at the top of the screen which read, freelance journalist Tomoki Watabe dies violently during speech. Well, it wasn't really during a speech, but sure. The Shibuya police are still deciding if it's a murder or a suicide and are performing a detailed investigation into Watabe's health and the cause of his death. Watabe was in the news recently for writing an article. He's a web journalist. That is the dumbest line I think I've ever read in anything in my life. Watabe was in the news recently for writing an article. That's his fucking job. Starbrick's copy. I just noticed that over there. I'm too busy. Like, okay. H&H instead of H&M. Cute. Anyway. It connected the string of suicides that have been plaguing Shibuya lately with the large amount of so-called sumo stickers that have been found in the area. If they show that fucking picture again. You hear Watabe's dead? You mean the Watabe? Wow, that's a shock. Yeah? This is so cute. Can we scroll around here? Watabe, I'm gonna cry. You knew him? Just a fan, huh? Lol. Oh, no, but I thought he was great. I didn't see that change. Sorry. He seemed really smart. You know, when you look at him, he isn't all that hot. So it was his face in the end? Lol. Why'd he die anyway? I don't know, but that's what they were saying on Rhine. Wasn't he on TV yesterday? He was writing an article about how the sumo stickers in Shibuya are bad news. What? He was the one putting them up? No, lol. He didn't put them up. The sumo stickers had something to do with the case. The new generation madness, you know? Okay, we're getting cut off here. It's like, was Watabe killed? Oh no, it's just the boxes are weird. By the people putting up the sumo stickers? Scary shit, lol. Those eyes are God's eyes. Huh? 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 Question mark, question mark. Those eyes are God's eyes? Those eyes are God's eyes. Those eyes are God's eyes. Those eyes are God's eyes. I just want to be the dude in the right-hand corner that's like minding my business. Hey. Nobody asked the peanut gallery. You stop. You talk nice. We talk nice. We talk nice or we get caged and put in the other room. don't know if I can close that door. I don't know if you can fit in that room now. Ripping it apart. Anyway. Tomoki Watabe dead. Lol. Bad news. When they put lol. According to an announcement by the Shibuya Metropolitan Police on the afternoon of the 10th at around 1 p.m., Tomoki Watabe was found dead. The Shibuya police are investigating both the possibility of an accident as well as a potential... Yeah, I mean, he's just slipped and fell on the stickers. As well as a potential murder or suicide, and are looking into the cause of Mr. Watabe's death and any illnesses he may have had. First post! Rest in peace! Skipping the ASC2 art. What does that ever mean? Rest in peace, lols. The show... It's the Schadenfreude? Schadenfreude? How do you say that? Anyway, is giving me a boner. Gross. He had a dance with hard luck, huh? Rest in peace. That's what you get! Holy shit. Who? Rip. Rest in peace, lol, lol, lol. Whose eyes are those eyes? Rest in peace, lol, lol. Why are people laughing? What a bunch of assholes. Did he learn too much? The darkness of the sumo stickers runs deep. Wait, this is seriously scary. How come you guys are laughing? Somebody has to have killed him, right? Holy shit! Today's the fucking 10th! New Generation Madness? So it's begun. Rest in peace. The sumo stickers are God. No objections allowed. Glad that asshole's dead. Which one of you guys did this? And I love how they did this with the exclamation, 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 and then 111 because they didn't hit the shift key while they were doing. That's amazing. Because that happens a lot. And I just love the attention to detail. The realism. Anyway. That's what you get. Huh? So the dates match again? Back to number 14. Those eyes are God's eyes? That was the person whose eyes are those. Why did you guys hate him so much? He's just some loser plagiarist. Rest in peace. So, who's this guy again? Don't put out a breaking news update just because this dumbass died. I was recording fucking Conan. Worship the sumo stickers. Die. That proves it. The next one will be on 10/23. The sumo stickers are God. No objections allowed. Repent of your sins. There will be more victims. You're kidding me, lol. The guy reports all this stuff and ends up killed himself? The sumo stickers are God. The sumo stickers are God. The sumo stickers are God. Wow, I can't read. It's the return of the New Generation Madness, and I can't bear it. And then there's a bear. A badly done bear. What the hell's happening to his face? Anyway. Return of the Nude Generation Madness 1. Don't look at me. Return of the Nude Generation Madness 2. Leaky noise. Return of the Nude Generation Madness 3. Revolving Dead. Return of the Nude Generation Madness 4. Under debate. To be continued? Question mark. 41. You're late. Oh, that was the person who just said that. Okay. That's what I'm here to see. The sumo stickers are God. The sumo stickers are God. The sumo stickers are God. VBVFO is actually the person who kept... That same person keeps putting the sumo stickers are God, like, over and over. Because you can see the ID. Like, everyone else is anonymous, but at the end it's like the ID number is, like, the same. Ended up just like Watabe said, huh? The sumo stickers will save the world. Same vib. Troll somewhere else. Maybe Watabe killed himself to prove his article was right? If so, then he's got my respect. Yeah. A miraculous carnival is about to begin. And then that same person, the sumo stickers are God, the sumo stickers are God, the sumo stickers are God, the sumo stickers are God. Okay. What is happening in Shibuya? And then that same guy, literally paragraphs, and paragraphs and paragraphs, 3 times over, the sumo stickers are God. Wow, that's a lot. And then the last person, rest in peace. Damn. Oh! We're going negative this time, bitches. Somebody just died. I silently look up at the building. The lights were on in the room at the end of the living room on the 3rd floor, which meant she was awake. I'd known she would be, but still, I couldn't help but sigh. That was the end of my last hope. After Sarika had answered the phone, she had handed it to me without saying a word. Just like what I'd expected, her voice was calm. Both me, Sarika, and Ito knew from experience that meant she was angry. It's not my fault I was there! You wanted me to go to the stupid festival! How's I gonna know he's gonna die? She told me to come home immediately in a flat, emotionless voice. I couldn't even make any excuses. Yes, you can! She doesn't own you! I'd been hoping she'd be asleep when I got back, but now I realized there was never any chance of that. Now, I didn't know for certain that she wanted to talk about what happened today. It might be about something else. You also have a right to be like, I don't want to talk about it. I saw a man die. Maybe Kurusu was feeling worried, too. I was already a witness to one death. And now today I'd seen another. If they were all part of the same series of murders and the killer hadn't been caught yet. So maybe I was in a pretty dangerous position. Yeah, because it seems like they're targeting you, based on Amy's texts. I was trying to find the killer just like the police. It was possible that I'd gotten in too deep and now the killer would come after me. I think they already have, yeah. And wait a minute. Kurusu was the vice president of the newspaper club and my sister, so maybe she was in danger too. It wasn't that long ago at all that she'd been stabbed. They'd arrested the guy who had attacked her, but I'd heard that he was practically insane. What if the real killer had sent him to stab Kurusu? What if the person who found my phone saw Kurusu's photos and phone number and now is after her? That's overthinking things. I tried to tell myself that as I went inside the house. But when I knocked on Kurusu's door, there was no answer. I thought she might be asleep and tried to open the door, but it was locked from the inside. I'd seen the lights on from outside, so maybe she was sleeping with them on. I didn't see Dad, Yui, or Yuto anywhere. The house was always so lively, but now it seemed eerily quiet. Why wasn't there anyone here? Where had they gone? Did they go to get food and leave Kurusu here? But I looked at the time, and normally this would have been when Dad was closing up the hospital. The front door, that is, the door to the clinic itself, was still unlocked. All the lights were still on. They're all dead in Kurusu's room. There's no way, right? I suddenly had a horrible thought, and I started thinking of even worse things. I decided to try calling Kurusu's cell phone from the line in the house. I heard the sound of a ringtone. It was coming from Kurusu's room. She was asleep after all. Why would she call me here and then go to sleep? What the heck was she thinking? Hey, Kurusu, wake up! Open the door! Kurusu, wake up! Come on! That was strange. I was pounding on the door and there was no response from inside. I had a bad premonition. There was no way. It wasn't possible, right? I tried to tell myself that everything was fine, but it wasn't working. I decided to kick down her door. I ran inside the room and gasped at what I saw. They were all dead. The whole room was covered in red. The walls, the bed, the carpets, the desk, the stuffed animals. The room was covered in bright red blood everywhere you looked. The smell of blood was strong enough that I almost threw up, and I couldn't bring myself to take another step. Whose blood was this? There was no sign of Kurusu in the room. She was gone. Not only were Dad, Yui, and Yuto missing, but so was Kurusu. She disappeared, leaving behind all this blood. Leaving behind her smartphone. She disappeared without a trace. The door was locked from the inside. Even the windows were locked. The words missing persons case flashed through my mind, but I knew it was much worse than that. I fell to my knees and clasped my head in my hands. I knew that Dad, Yui, Yuto, and Kurusu too, were never coming back. That was just a daydream, but I couldn't say for sure it wouldn't happen. The position I was in was just that dangerous. When I went inside, she was sitting on the bed waiting for me. You need to lie down or it'll open up your wound again, right?
I heard you had to go down to the police station again.
Kurusu cut me off. Her voice was calm and level. I mean, a man did die in front of me. It's not my fault you wanted me at that fucking festival, and if you hadn't made me do this, I wouldn't have been there, and I wouldn't have seen it, so this is your fault this time. I'm not taking the blame for this. Normally, this would have been a relief, but in Kurusu's case, it just made me feel more scared.
That's correct, isn't it?
Who told you about that?
It doesn't matter, does it? Anyway, it is true. Well,
Kawahara must have told her. Damn it! Why did he have to tell Kurusu of all people? I knew I was in for another lecture. No, I'd be lucky if it was just a lecture. If it was anything worse. I didn't want to think about it. Honestly, this is where, I'm sorry, we're a guy, but like if I were a girl standing here and she's like,
oh my god, you got taken down to the station again?
I'm going to lecture you about this. I'd backhand this bitch across the face and be like, I watched a man die, whore. Do not give me your fucking lecture that, like, I went down to the police station on, like, my own accord because I did something stupid. I saw a man fucking die, bitch. Lay the fuck off me. I will punch you in your stab wound. I will make that shit open up again. Back off. Like, there's things about her, you're like, she's nice and she cares, but then she does shit like this and you're like, you act like I did something wrong. Okay, the first time my trauma from that is my own fault because I went busting into a hotel room where there was a murder. And, no, nobody expects, like, fucking psychic murder weird shit and, like, creepy knocking and all that. But, like, yeah, legit, I got taken out of the station because I, like, busted into a murder scene. I was someplace I shouldn't be. Like, you can be mad at me for that, but you cannot be mad at me because I was traumatized by a man dying. Are you going to be mad at everyone else who witnessed this shit? No. What? Don't give me a lecture. You should be making me soup and telling me it's going to be okay and, like, offering to, like, find me a therapist. Like, Jesus, what kind of a mother are you? Like, anyway, I didn't want to think about it. If her voice was this calm, it was a warning sign. I needed to proceed cautiously.
Why are you being so quiet? Could you not hear me?
Punch her. She suddenly changed. You're kidding me. Normally I'd get at least a little more time.
Should I ask again? Is what I just said...
I can hear you. It's fine.
I see. Then why didn't you say anything?
Because none of your fucking business and you're being a cunt. I'm sorry. We are so whipped by this bitch.
Well, it doesn't matter.
So? Yes, what you said is true. But it's not my fault. There was a murder, and there was nothing I could do about it. You know what happened with Watabe, right? I tried to stop my voice from shaking as I told her everything that had happened that day. So you see, the reason we had to go to the police station was that we really were key witnesses. There was no other reason, really. But it's this shit. She should have been like, why did you go to the police station? I'm just curious. Like, shouldn't you be more concerned? Like, because if Kawahara was the one who's like, oh, Watabe got murdered and your brother got taken to the police station. Wouldn't you be more like, what happened? Oh my god, are you okay? Why did you go to the police station? Did they think you did it? No, I saw the... Oh, you poor thing. But she's mad at me. She's mad at me. You know what? I don't like this guilt tripping. Punch her. Punch her in her stab wound. Kurusu was watching me with extremely cold eyes the entire time I talked. I somehow managed to look back at her as I shared something that wasn't an excuse, that I'd been feeling lately. You know, things do seem a little strange lately.
Strange? What does?
At first we were following the case because we were interested in it. But now lately, it feels like the case is coming after us. The case is coming after us. When I said that, I realized how right it felt. That was the only way I could think of to describe what happened today. It was Watabe who'd asked for an interview with us. And Watabe had died in front of us before we'd even talked to him. We hadn't had a choice in any of it. Yesterday... Kurusu opened her mouth quietly.
You told me yesterday, didn't you?
Huh?
That you'd think about it, right?
I had said that, yes. I meant it, but a lot of stuff happened today, and there's something new that I learned.
Something new?
That's right. I realized when I was talking to everyone in the club room that all the victims had something in common. Never mind. You see, they all... And then I stopped. I wasn't sure if Kurusu would understand what I was trying to say. But I couldn't think of anything else to do, so I just told her exactly what had happened. All of the victims had something special happen to them. They could see the future or read minds or use psychic photography. I guess you could call them psychic powers.
Psychic powers?
Kurusu froze. She probably hadn't been expecting that. That's right. There's a chance they all had some kind of power. Nobody expects psychic powers. If I'm right, this is about more than the case. It may change everything we think we know about the world. Isn't that amazing? And then I realized that she was acting strange. Her gentle smile had vanished and she was sitting there expressionless. I realized that I made a mistake, but it was too late. She was just about to blow. When she got like that, it meant she was building up her anger for an explosion. The only thing I could do now was wait for the thunder to come crashing down on me, and this is why we moved out, bitch. I can't believe they're probably going to make a route with her or something. And it's like, no, she is like the one person that like, there are moments where she has moments in the game and you're like, okay, I see her softer side and I kind of understand her. And then she just gets irrationally douchey. And you're like, here it comes. I close my eyes. I understand why her character is the way she is. Doesn't mean I have to like it though. I absolutely understand why she's the mom. She's always been this way. You know, she's been through a lot and this is how she's deals with her trauma. We're kind of a fucking idiot. And she's just trying to be our mom here. But like at the same time, it's like, but you're not my fucking mother. And just like, there was a point where you were like, you're going to get yourself killed. And I'm just not, I'm done dealing with this. You go get yourself killed. I'm out. Like, I love you, but like, I'm not bailing you out of jail. That's it. And you know what I mean? But like, she's like, no, I'm just going to nag you and mom you to death. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. And then she won't go away. And you're like, now I want to punch you in your stab wound just to hurt you because you're irritating. Like, again, I totally understand why she is the way she is. But again, I don't have to like it. And she has moments where I'm like, she's not that bad. And then she has other moments where like, punch her. Just fucking punch her. Because she's being a bitch. So, I close my eyes. It's a good character, though. She really is. But I waited and waited and nothing happened. I opened my eyes and saw... Please. Kurusu looking weaker than I'd ever seen her before. Oh, good. The stab wound did some good, huh? Took the fight out of her.
Takuru, please stop this. Don't do anything else.
She reached out with shaking hands to grab my arms. Kurusu? I'm scared. Huh?
When I think about what could happen if you keep getting involved in this, and then something does happen, I just don't know what to do.
I'm so scared. Okay, see, like, then she has this moment, and you're like, okay, so she's not... Again, she's totally... Everything that she does, is there's a reason why she acts the way she does, and why she's like, no, I'm gonna yell at you, instead of admitting that she's afraid. It's like her way of protecting herself. But, like... Again, doesn't make it any less irritating and like a punchable offense. But then she does this and you're like, okay, we'll pat her on the head, but I'm still going to go do stupid shit.
You know what it feels like too, don't you? To lose something you care about?
I know we're over time, but not a good place to stop.
I don't want to lose my family again. I don't want to lose the people I care about. So please, Takuru, just give up on the case. Please.
Kurusu seemed so weak. Like she was about to cry. I was shocked. I never thought she'd let me see her like this. Oh, so that's it. I still didn't understand how much I've been making Kurusu worry. Her hands gripped me harder, as if she was trying to stop me. As if she was clinging to me. Yeah, but we can't stop because we're only in like chapter 4, I think. Or 3? I'm not sure where we are. A gasp of pain slipped from her mouth. Maybe her wound had opened again. I think we're in 4. But she kept on clinging to me tightly. She held me and wouldn't let me go. I was a fool. I was such a fool. I'd gotten cocky just because I'd learned something new. And forgotten how much that would hurt the people close to me. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. I didn't realize I'd worried you so much.
Takuru, then...
But... I removed Kurusu's hands as gently as I could.
What?
There's one thing I need to do. Just let me do this one thing.
Is it that important?
Yeah.
More important than your family?
Yes! Probably just as important.
Just as important? What is it?
I need to get my phone back. Aww. Because he was going to say, this phone, his dad gave it to him and it's important to him. Oh, I'm going to stop here. We're kind of still in the middle of this scene, but like we going too far over. So anyway, I will see you guys next time. Remember to give the video a big thumbs up and subscribe to see more.